5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to
We gotta start that
Architect
over. We're
Alone,
gonna start the episode with
the one
10
and only
seconds of
weekly
silence.
podcast where two
10 seconds
grim
of
cousins
silence.
sit around discuss the age-old art of
You've
storytelling.
known for
And
a
at
year
the
that you
end,
can't
we're
do
gonna
that.
come up with
You've
something
known for
of
a
our
full
own.
year.
I'm your host, Zach, aka Z-Town TV. That's my co-host slash co-cousin, Devin, aka Devo City. Devin, how you doing this fine evening?
I would like a nice good.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. And welcome to Architects Alone, the one and only weekly podcast where two grim cousins sit around discuss the age-old art of storytelling. And at the end, we're going to come up with another banger because I'm your host, Zach, aka Z-Town TV. That's my co-host slash co-cousin, Devin, aka Devo City. Devin, how are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing good, Zach. Nice to see you today, all swagged out in Architects of Lore. Look at that. What's that on your wall there? A little Architects of Lore movie posters?
Devin, what's on my wall and what's on my person is something that I have been hypothesizing my whole life. And that is if I ignore and don't do things for a long time, things will just get done for me. I
Oh.
have upset people to the point that my bare walls has forced a listener to take it upon themselves and hand deliver Architects of Lore merch to us that they paid for. And also, this sweet hoodie, one of the most comfortable things I've ever worn. I know we
Two
talked about it
different two
before.
different viewers.
Two different viewers, two different active listeners. And I want to say thank you to both of you. Thank you so much. Because right now I'm cozy. And look at me. I'm colorful. There's stuff in my background that you can look at now.
Yeah, why don't you explain what William gave you?
Well, William had a test case. Had some trouble at Staples. Some of the people over there couldn't understand what he wanted. I think a few of them might have been interested. So we might have some new listeners, viewers this week, Devin. We'll see. So if you're from Staples and you printed these movie posters, welcome in. I'm Zach. That's Devin. Nice to see you or hear
Hello.
you or listen to you. But this right here is cross country with my cousin. Devin can't pronounce the name. We have heard viewer feedback that this name sucks.
Yeah, yeah. People
Uh,
don't like the name, apparently.
People don't like the name, but they did like the story. So that's what we're going with is the story. And then above here on my right, above my right shoulder, your left on the viewership is Blimp RV, Devin's all-time favorite movie idea that he came up with, only because he could see the poster in his mind as soon as he said it. The
Yeah,
title
and
is
that's
Blimp
what I
RV, and I'm
imagined.
putting a blimp in an RV on it.
Look at my t-shirt. It's like a blimp RV t-shirt. It looks like the sky.
It is. And over here above my left shoulder, your right, is the most recent poster, Tokyo Jam. And Devin, as you could tell, also designed this one in the style of Space Jam. So we got a nice little
I was in
basketball player
Space
right
Jam.
here. It was Space Jam.
It was NBA Jam. That's the jam is supposed to match the NBA Jam. I mean, it has Space Jam esque, but like it was inspired by both
But
Space
Space Jam
and NBA
could
Jam.
stole it from NBA Jam. We don't know.
We don't, not at all.
We don't know. So again, to our listener slash viewer, William, thank you so much. This is very nice. And here they are. So now you don't have to be upset when you put us up on your TV and my wall is barren.
I'm a little confused though because I could have sworn he said he was going to drop off 4 posters, and it seems like
Yeah.
you only have
One,
3.
2, 3. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I did get one more. So this will be burned.
Good job at 40 with a picture of Zach.
Hold on. Do you think I can do it? About right, right? That's about
About right.
yeah. So thank you. I did need to keep warm for a solid 15 seconds. I will burn this later, and you'll never see it again. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
But
Wow.
our
That is
our
a
our our,
shame.
our listener William did go one step further, took it about himself with the architect's permission. So
Yeah. And
people
and
people
some
out
feedback.
there, if you want to start, promoting the show, feel free. You want to do some fan art, we'd love it. Send it in. But you gotta make sure you get our permission, especially if you're taking creative liberties. But he did put together a little one sheet of the story cross country with my cousin. Have I read this? No, but I'm sure it's gold
It
because
is.
we came up with it.
He took some creative
Took
liberties
some
as well with
liberties.
the story. I think he improved a little bit, but it's very nice. It's got our logo, it's got the movie poster, and it's on the back of a movie poster. Hopefully, one day something like this will be a little merch that we can sell,
Yep,
and then you
for
can
our
get
live
your,
show.
or just for any show, and then you can get your favorite movie poster with the one sheet on the back.
Well,
So
I was
that's
I was
coming
thinking
soon.
when we do a live show, because obviously that's next.
No, that is not
These will
next.
be there.
Oh, are you coming out to LA then?
Yeah. Did you think you could get us the Greek?
Maybe we'll have to. I did hear that you're supposed to make a trip out to Los Angeles
I'm getting
soon.
I'm getting bullied offline, people.
Yeah,
Bullied hard. And I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm willing to succumb to peer pressure. And
I
here
think
we
you got
are.
to throw your clubs in a bag and make your way to LA for a week.
Put a broom in it because you don't want the
Did you
driver
even
getting
use your
stuck.
vacation time last year?
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah. So I'm sure you got a lot stacked up.
Yeah, I could take a solid couple months off. So
You can take a week, come out to LA, play some golf, record live, not in front of a studio audience, but like in person, me and you.
we could do it live in front of some fans, some LA fans, and maybe that will recapture their listenership.
Maybe. I am jealous though that you got these posters. I'm kind of mad that I didn't get any posters. You
You
know,
got Staples near you, don't you?
I do, funny enough, and I
Ah,
have
you
a nice
motherfucker.
Coachella 40 movie poster right here. So it might not live on your walls, but that baby's going up right here, I think.
You put
Whoa.
that up. I will come out to LA and I will tear it down.
That's not as I did also get a nice Agatha and the Mystery of the Blood
That
Diamond.
one's pretty chill.
That one's real cool. I mean, I did all of last season, so we got Blimp RV.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw it. I just saw it in my head, and I saw it. We got cross country with my cousin,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then we got a few that the audience, well, haven't seen, and a few that are just some good old classics. Oh, of course, from this season as well. Tokyo Jam.
Tokyo Yam. It's called Yam,
That's
Devin. It's
a
pronounced Yam.
sweet poster, man. This is gonna look
That would
super
actually
cool.
look really good on your wall without the purple going on.
Yeah, and then I wanted to make sure you were included, so I printed out nuts
Oh shit.
because this is my favorite poster you've made.
I made this one.
Okay, it's still my favorite.
All right, I'm just saying. I did make more than one.
I know you did. You did. You made a really cool one in Thanksgiving at O'Neill's.
That
That
one's
is
that
neat.
one actually looks really good.
That one looks really good. That looked really good on the wall there. Oh man.
How
And
many of these did you fucking print?
and then
That,
we got our fave here, the
the
Starlet.
Starlet. That looks really cool.
That looks cool. Audience, I don't think has seen this one either, so this is cool.
Everybody, if you are listening to this,
Starlet
Devin will
poster.
be in Echo Park selling these posters on
I'll sign
February
them.
14th. He will sign them.
And then this is our Christmas cookie caper.
Oh my god, that looks like a murderer so bad.
That looks pretty cool though. Like it
Does.
printed so dark that you can barely see the elf's face.
But Devin, I gotta ask.
No,
What
what?
What about the movie that connects it all?
Well, I'm not done here because I couldn't forget about Arrange Your Land of the Gods. Look at that. That's gonna look real nice up
What
there.
are you gonna do? You just gonna pick one every week?
I don't know, maybe. But you're right, Zach. You're right. I couldn't go without the one that started it all. No
Oh, the one that
show
connects it all.
connects it all.
Connects
Well,
it
yeah.
all.
But it also jump started all,
It's
No
the Architects
strokes.
Allure extended movie universe, and it all comes back to Nostro. That's where
Look at
everything
that.
comes from. It branches out of that. Chill and be chill, bro.
Chill and be chill. So yeah, I got a nice little pile to pick from. I'm gonna put one up on these walls here just to
Would
just
that run you? Would that run you? Solid 20? Solid 20
yeah, a
spot?
little bit. Well, I'm
Okay.
not gonna say because if we sell these, I don't want the
Oh, sure.
listener
We
to,
gotta mark up.
I don't want to know how much we're gonna mark them up because it's gonna be a pretty number percentage.
Yeah, each poster's $105. If it's
Yeah,
signed, it's
I
only
will sign it. If you pay
$75.
$100, I'll sign it.
Yeah.
Fuck,
If you pay $10, Devin will sign it.
20.
All right.
Oh man, that
Well,
was
I mean, look at us. Look at us. Really just coming up in the world, taking the podcast a little bit more seriously.
yeah,
Someone,
forced seriousness.
for seriousness, someone finally turned on the HD quality on the Zoom. Someone
Yeah, everyone.
finally
We didn't have
put.
HD quality on our Zoom for the longest time.
Okay, that setting is not available in the client. It's buried in the fucking website. And this fucking thing is probably going to end up being 10 gigs.
We'll find out.
So we got to do a tight 53 minutes. Devin, you put that fucking down. You put it down right now. It's not going up. We don't need it up. That's fucking crooked. No, that looks like shit. It's literally crooked. It's crooked right now. It's crooked. It's fucking crooked.
I couldn't hear what you were saying. Sorry.
I said it's crooked and take it down. He's gone, folks. He's gone again. Devin does actually have a permanent sunglass tan line on his face now from where he wears sunglasses all the time. He is adjusting the Coachella at 40 poster. And now I have a 3 to 4 year old Devin and a 36 judgmental face staring at me. So that's chill. Super chill.
I'm so glad. That was worth all of it. Oh, man. The fact that you tried to hide the Coachella 40 poster.
I didn't try to
Not on
hide
my
it.
watch,
I
buddy.
will burn it. I will burn it.
Not on my watch.
All right. Well, thank you again for all the loyal listeners who want to be involved. Again, if you want to do something creative with Architects of Lore branding, make sure you get permission.
Or email us at architectsallure@gmail.com.
And then we'll give you permission. If you're just like, hey, I was thinking about writing an erotic smut novel on Amazon, I'll probably be like, yeah, that's cool. Just throw a couple.
Just do it. I don't know. That's
do it.
permission after.
Yeah. If you got a story in your head,
do it.
Do it.
So
well, other than our poster extravaganza, Devin, how has your week been? Have you been golfing?
yeah, actually,
sports talk with Architects of Lore.
we got an email from a listener, and it was just a Titleist commercial with the amount of amount of days until the Pompeii member guest.
How many days?
And that shit got me hyped. What?
How many days is it? I don't know.
I mean, at the time of the email, it was 169 days away, but that was 6 days ago. So I think it's 163 days away.
Okay. Quick thing just came to my head. What if we do a montage supercut of us getting ready for the Pompeii member cast? You know?
Well, you got to come out here so we can film it.
Well, I mean, we just film our daily lives. You know, if I go to the range, get a get a little clip in, send it to you, and then you do your patented Devo City Supercut.
Oh, sweet. You sounds like more work for me, but okay.
You love editing.
You
Love it.
love all the work
Love it.
all this work. Yeah, so I went to the driving range, which is connected to a par three. I
Mhm.
had a pretty bad showing first day with a 15 over. But I got out there the next day and I only hit 8 over or 7 over. So I improved by 8 strokes.
That's very good. Actually,
Yeah,
I really was trying to think of a way to bully you. But I'm learning a lesson here is that bullying works. I have bullied you into becoming a better golfer.
I guess so. I've really gotten a handle in the 130 range and within. So once
Good.
I just get that driver under control, I've been also touching the woods again. I have a wood it's like a 5 wood. Don't know if I've ever hit that more than a dozen times. And I've had it for maybe
26
15
years.
years.
Okay. Pretty close.
Like it's still shiny because I've never hit it.
Well,
It's crazy.
remember the only rule about driver. ABB. Always be blasting.
Blasted.
Never controlled driver shots ever. You swing as hard as you can every time.
Well, first hole one, I'm gonna go up there Thursday, day one of the bachelor party, and I'm just gonna smack the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who
60
knows
yard
where it's going?
slice.
Who knows where it's going? But I'm going to hit it as hard as I can. I haven't seen my friends in months. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit this real high.
There we go.
I gotta
Good.
make them prove that they like me, and I can only do that by how far I can hit a driver.
Of course. That's the only way I provide value to anybody is if I outdrive them. And they're like, well, we should get Zach on our scramble team. Look at how far he drives.
Look how far! Amazing.
I know. It's crazy. Luckily, your friends do not listen to the show, so they don't know your plan.
You never know. It could be one of our thousands
When
of
is
listeners.
that? When is that?
March.
Okay. One, we don't want to
About
overlap trips.
5 weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been telling you when you can go, and you've just ignored me.
Yes, of course.
I said,
Also,
come in April, and you go, I need to come earlier than that. And I
we gotta do.
said, come in February. And you said, I don't know about that.
That's too early.
And then I was like, well, I have a trip in March. And you're like, that's when I was going to go.
That's when I was gonna go. We got 5 weeks to put out one quality show so you could force your friends to listen to it as you're driving to and from the golf course.
Oh, that's good that we put out a quality show every week.
Well, this one might be the first one because it's in HD.
Yeah, true. I don't want to make them watch 720. Except your camera is still 720. So I'm going to look fantastic. And you're going to look
Fine.
like a little
Like,
grainy.
fine.
A
That's fine.
little grainy.
Just like my life. Little grainy.
Little grainy. Yeah, is it still snowing there every day? And I haven't seen
It's
the
just
sun in
been
months.
real cold. And now you've gotten me depressed. So let's move on to everybody's second favorite part of the show. And that's the
The movie game.
Devin. Remember how I told you I was bullied this week?
Yeah.
Part of that bullying was you motherfucker. I told you to vet these goddamn movie game questions. And I
Yeah,
said,
that was a request at Christmas.
no. Maybe
Yeah.
next time. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot. But last week's movie game question was, of course, Top Gun parody starring Charlie Sheen sequels itself with Charlie Sheen parodying Rambo. That answer, of course, Devin, is.
Of course. It's like a hot part two.
It's
What
hot
do you say?
shots part two.
So it's hot
shot
shots
and hot shots part two.
and then hot shots part two
Of course.
combined together. Shots part two. It's
Everybody's heard
stupid.
of it. Everybody's heard of it.
Adam was right. We should have vetted it.
Yeah, you're right. We almost lost the listener. I think this week we're on thin ice, so hopefully I vetted the movie game question correctly this time. But
I
Devin,
hope so too.
your question.
No, you asked me that first last time. Zach, your first movie game question of the
Only.
week, well, only is Tina, you fat lard, come get dinner and then meet me at the talent show where I'll show you my sweet hockey skills and bust out my flying V.
Oh, God, sweet Mighty Ducks one again. Of course. It's not D3 the Mighty Ducks this time because obviously the first one is Napoleon Dino Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, Dino Mighty Ducks. Napoleon Dynamite and Mighty Ducks.
Really underrated movie.
Which one? I don't think any of those movies are underrated.
Napoleon
They both
Dynamite's
get
underrated.
props.
Everybody loves
I went to LA
Mighty Ducks.
Comic Con and John Heder was there with Pedro. I don't remember the actor's name, but they were there.
They were there. All right,
They were
Devin,
doing
here we go.
a Q&A.
Let's see if you get your movie game question this time. You're on a streak. The audience is starting to expect that you get these. Like Devin knows movies. Let's see if Devin can continue that streak this week with his question. A birthday wish curses a father with the inability to speak untruths. And when he tries, all he can say is, "This is my boomstick."
It's liar, liar, but this is my boomstick.
This is my
What?
boomstick.
Liar, liar. You got a clue?
Hail to the king, baby.
Lion King?
No. I will tell you that it is
Oh,
a sequel. Actually, it's the third one, I believe, in this franchise. And the franchise title is not in the name.
okay. Is it an Indiana Jones movie?
No.
Okay.
You want a hint of the actor,
Sure.
Bruce Campbell.
Okay. Liar, liar. AR.
Yeah, they are.
Argonauts. Liar, liar, Argonauts. Jason and the Argonauts.
That is not correct.
No.
Do you know the movie franchise at least with Bruce Campbell? That has at least this is the third movie in that franchise.
No.
It's an indie horror film.
Okay.
Necronomicon.
Okay.
Bunch of high school kids get into a car and go out to a fucking cabin in the woods. And some evil shit starts happening.
Liar, liar, Evil Dead, but like
that's the series, but the third movie is called Army of Darkness. It's Liar, Lie, Army of Darkness.
no, wouldn't I got in it? Damn.
It's fair.
I blame you for putting the unnecessary stress on me. And also probably giving me the hard question that you then vetted for the audience.
I did. This one is far easier for the audience.
I'm
and
sure
I will read this one for them. Devin, you can say the answer and we'll put it at the end of the show, past the outtakes, so you can know if you got it right, folks. Devin is shaking his head, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know about doing it. And I am the one to control it.
A snowstorm forces a cowboy bounty hunter and his prisoner to take refuge in a cabin with 6 other unsavory folk, including a freestyler with vomit on his sweater already. That question again for the audience is, a snowstorm forces a cowboy bounty hunter and his prisoner to take refuge in a cabin with 6 other unsavory folk, including a freestyler with vomit on his sweater already. If you know the answer to that question,
I get it immediately.
If you know the answer to that movie game question, audience, be sure to email us architectslore@gmail.com, or hit us up on Instagram at architectslore, TikTok at architectslore, or X at arc of lore, or text us. But if you send a TikTok
I'm not
message,
putting our numbers up there.
yeah, don't put our numbers. If you send a TikTok message, I actually have that one, folks. So I'll see that. I will not see any of the others, but I will see the TikTok messages. Yeah.
This guy, the social media assistant, is not doing a great job.
Who's the assistant?
You,
Who's the manager?
me.
Okay. All right. Well, Devin, we've gone far over time in the banter focus. So
That's a
let's
movie game.
speed
Now it's time to
through.
study the blueprint.
Yeah. Let's speed through this horrible, horrible movie in studying the blueprints.
This was a good movie. I don't know what you're talking about. National Treasure, 2003, Nick Cage. Basically,
Yeah, this movie rocks. I don't know what that guy was talking about. This movie's
does.
great.
The
Makes you
Knights
feel good.
Templar hid a secret treasure in America, and the Gates family are the only people who can believe in it. And Nick Cage, aka Benjamin Franklin Gates,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure his dad is like named Thomas Jefferson, or that
Thomas
was his
Jefferson
grandpa or
Gates.
something. Yeah,
Probably
one of
not.
them was,
Who knows?
or that's in the sequel. Either
I
way,
think his name is just Jeff.
no, it is no, it's not. Um, but he has to steal the Declaration of Independence because there's a secret code on the back that leads him to the treasure, the national treasure. And then there's also this guy of treasure hunters who's trying to go after it too, Sean Bean, named Ian, but like that's not his real name. Um, and basically the FBI. Oh well, he teams up with his partner Riley and the German-born curator of the his, where they keep the
Smithsonian.
thing. Yeah. And then they steal the Declaration of Independence. She unwillingly helps. And then they go on a journey. Ian meets up with them. They give him a fake clue, but boom, they know the treasure's there and they find it. And it's huge and there's a ton of it. And they split it up. And at the end, he gets the girl and 1% of the amount that the treasure was worth, which later
Which
I
is a
think they
lot.
said is
It's
like
like a
5
lot.
million, but I would think it'd be way more than that.
No one said that, Devin. No one
No, in
said
the
five.
sequel,
They do not say it. We're
they
gonna have to
do. They
watch
say like
National
five
Treasure
million
too.
dollars in the sequel or something like that.
They each got $5 million.
Yeah. So it's 15 million. Or does his dad get 5 million? Is it
I don't
20
know.
million?
I don't know how it
I
works.
don't know. A lot of cool
Yeah,
stuff. I would have grabbed at least a few things just for myself.
of
You know, a
course.
couple coins,
Absolutely.
whatever. Like they
This
don't
is one of
know.
those. This is one of those movies that makes you think: is this real? Is there
Yeah.
really a treasure? I mean, the Library of Alexandria. You know, some motherfucker out there still has scrolls from that, and they're just
Yeah.
not
Someone who
sharing
didn't
it.
return his scroll. He's like, oh man, I forgot to return my scroll. And then it gets burned, and he's like, well,
And then that just comes down the line, and then black market people are buying it, and it probably says some really cool, enlightened shit, and they're not sharing it with the world. That's why Nick Benjamin Cage Gates goes, you know what this treasure's for?
the people.
People. The people.
And then
Because
I love this movie because they go right into a lore dump off rip.
off rip.
They're like, boom, the Knights Templar turned into the Freemasons. The founding fathers are part of it. They hid a secret treasure. There's the secret lies with Charlotte. Boom, man, go for it, baby. Here we are on a ride from the
Title
jump.
card. National treasure.
And then the sequel, Book of Secrets. Whew.
And then the trilogy coming out soon.
No, I don't think the three is coming out because they did the TV show and then the TV show got canceled because Nick Cage said like he was gonna come back for a third, but they were more focused on making it a TV show.
That's fucking.
But anyways, sticking to the original, this is very Indiana Jones. This is very The Mummy. This is a time after 9/11 that people were filled with pride, American national pride. So it's like to think that there's this cool hidden treasure that gives us this history that's more than 200 years old. I think people were like
It's the
really into
most
it.
American thing ever. And it's here's a bunch of treasure from all over the rest of the world hidden in America. And now it's ours because it's American. And we
Yeah,
took
we'll
that
decide
shit.
to give it back if we want
We've
to.
decided to be benevolent and let the rest of the world have most of its own stuff back.
But
I've never heard of anything more American than that in my life.
I was wondering when they like started bringing up how he was a diver, like how that was going to come into play, and then boom, he's in FBI custody. They tell him to jump off the end of the ship, and he goes underwater. That's where his diving came into play, bro.
Where it comes in, bro, it's all connected. All connected. But I mean, this is
It's
just
pretty cool.
it's just a feel good. It's just a feel good action adventure movie. Very good pick by Devin. You know, you're watching it, you're invested. Fun fact:
It's a heist movie.
this is
It's a
the
treasure
only
hunt.
movie. This is the only movie that Sean Beam's character doesn't die in. Only
Is
one.
it really?
No, I don't think so. There's
Oh,
got to be some other ones,
I was
but
gonna
it's
say he
pretty
does
close
die a
because
lot. Yeah,
he dies in like everything.
Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones,
Mm-hmm. There's other stuff. Other stuff. But this one he doesn't
other
die. He just goes to jail.
examples. Yeah,
Um,
someone's got to go to jail.
like
And
I
then
said,
Nick
someone's gonna
Cage
kill
is
him.
just in the shadows, and he's like,
So Devin, here's a real question for you. If you were in this situation, you're killing a few people, right?
I don't know because it is pretty important stuff. I think I'd be pretty protective of the Declaration of Independence. And especially if some like people who don't have connection to it, like these robbers from
Those people are
foreign.
not from
Yeah.
America, and they're trying to steal our declaration.
No, I think I would take some of them out. And I do have sympathy for the one guy who died, but it's like, dude, that.
You're trying to steal the
And
declaration.
also, come on, termites in New York? That's not believable.
That's crazy. If they said rats, I would have believed that way more.
Yeah. What if they use like oak and mahogany? Like those stairs could have been good. But I get
I
they
mean,
had to trap him down there. They could have done a
let's.
Batman and like a Bane type jump to freedom.
Do you think that there was like a little bit of a city rivalry where this movie's just like New York's better than Boston? That's obviously why they put the treasure here, not Boston.
Yeah. I mean, did they even bring up Boston? They were Washington, Philly, and then New York.
Well, the Boston is where they sent Sean Beam's character
Yeah. And they're like, don't go
afterwards.
to
Nothing's
Boston.
there. You get
There's
caught
no
in Boston.
treasure in Boston. He's so dumb thinking there's treasure in
Yeah.
Boston. The treasure is under Wall Street.
Yes. Did you see so as the treasure was coming into view and all the light was coming down, it pans over and it pans over several like important things. Did you see that one shot? It's got Babe Ruth's bat right there.
Did it?
No. But that would have been
Why do you
cool.
keep doing these things to me? I was like, then someone else found the treasure. What
Yeah,
is your
Babe Ruth.
what do you get from lying to me? You get some sick joy from it.
Yeah, it's the one
I'm
split
just too
second.
trusting here. I'm
It's
like,
the one
whoa.
split second. I'm like, really?
I'm like, that
No.
doesn't make sense. Those stairs would have been demolished.
It would have been cool though if it was Babe Ruth's bat and it just said on there, Boston sucks.
Boston sucks. Oh man.
Oh, did you see that TikTok I sent you?
Which one?
Nobody move. Nobody gets. How you doing?
No, didn't see it.
It's a Buffalo Bills fan walks into a Boston deli and he's all clad in Buffalo Bills
Oh no,
stuff.
yeah, I
He's
saw
from
that
New
one. I
York.
saw that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How
It's
you
like,
doing?
how you doing?
There's only one team in New York. I agree. There is only one team in New York. Let's go Bills next year. Next year, of course.
Next year. Oh yeah, that actually is a good point. Super Bowl is coming up. Kansas City or San Francisco. Who are you rooting for?
San Francisco, I guess, because I live in California, but and I have an iPhone. I don't know. I don't want. I guess it's like, oh, Kansas beat us and they won the Super Bowl. So it's like, but I felt like if we won that game, we could probably beat the Ravens. We should be here, and then we could definitely beat the 49ers. So I'm going for the Bills. I'm going for we replay 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. When was it? I don't know.
Two.
2 weeks
2 weeks.
ago. Yeah.
So. All right. So really, everybody really wants to know, Devin. Great movie, but where does it fall on the lore list? Well, here we are. We got the lore list. Has anything changed? Still no. Stop badgering me about it.
Well, it is funny that we bring up the lore list because our one email that we received this week was it is a travesty to put Step Brothers ahead of Elf. Z-Town is justified in going to the movie council.
Thank you.
I vote to put the movie a lot lower, maybe in the 20s.
Oh!
Yeah.
See, there was way too much sentimental value for you for Step Brothers, but you know what?
Well, I don't think that listener knows what they're talking about, and they got to rewatch Step Brothers because that is hilarious movie.
All right. Well, really, hit here. Where does National Treasure fall on the lore list? We can all agree that it is above Surf Ninjas, which is 24, always in the middle. It's above that. We can all agree.
We can.
Number 1 on the lore list is, of course, Paddington 2, perfect movie. Number 37 on the lore list is, of course, Sherlock Holmes. But where does National Treasure fall, Devin?
Ooh, I think. Oh man, it's a lot of fun, but it's just basically fun. You know, it's not truthful.
But sometimes that's what you want. You just want some fun.
Nick Cage is good. It's similar to the Mummy, so I would probably put it right under the Mummy. Maybe under Surf Ninjas.
Mummy, for reference,
and then
is at 23.
Above Wreck-It Ralph. I would say maybe below Surf Ninjas.
Not below Surf Ninjas.
Then one above Surf Ninjas.
Right above Surf Ninjas, I can go with. Sure. Because, yeah, The Mummy, The Thing, Violent Night, I Love You, Man. It's definitely better
around number
than
24 out of, what are we up to right now? 45?
We are up to 46 on the main list.
Well, this will be 47.
There you have it, folks. Number 24 now on the lore list is National Treasure. All right, Devin. You know what time it is.
All right, Zach. You know what time it is.
You motherfucker.
It is time to build the lore in the writer's zoo.
All right, so we can't do a heist movie. That was
well, hold on. Last week, we obviously came up with Tokyo Jam. Boom. Banger.
Tokyo Yam.
Posters available soon.
On Etsy.
Let us know if you want a poster. Hit us up. So we're doing action and adventure. So what can we do?
It can't be a heist movie.
No.
It could be a cross-country road trip movie.
I like where your head's at.
Okay,
No. I'm thinking we do a heist movie.
Okay.
But a guy unwillingly gets thrown on a heist team, kind of like a Hobbit of sorts, where they need this.
We said we weren't doing a heist movie. Stop using your creative energy on a heist.
Okay, what if it's not a heist though? But like, say this guy Jack, and he's like from Chicago, and he's an accountant, and he just gets put in this
we're not doing Coachella at 40.
It's fine, deuce.
But dude, he's already lost the love of his life, Bella or Brittany or whatever we decided. What was her name? Damn it,
Daisy and
that one didn't have a
Danielle.
one sheet.
Daisy and Danielle.
He's already lost the love of his life, Danielle. He's fallen on hard times, and his forensic accounting is going to come in good use for the heist of the National Reserve. Fort Knox, baby, we're coming after you.
There's so much like research that they must have gone into, or maybe they just ignored it and they're like,
Oh
you
no,
know
that's
what?
all made up. That's all made up. There was no
But like
Charlotte. It's not Charlotte.
that guy was the last guy living member of the founding signatures,
Why do
whatever.
you have the fucking stupid ass t-shirt in your background that says free the babysitter and babysitter killer queen tapes?
Yeah.
I
It's
knew
part of
you
the
were doing
show.
something stupid when you were doing the thing where you just like kind of
Have
lounging to
you
the
realized that
side.
hasn't that's been there for months?
Yeah, but I think you just kind of remembered it because you're
I know, I
lounging
want to
now.
showcase it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a babysitter killer.
Okay. All right. Not bad.
Action and adventure. What's your favorite type of action adventure? I like a car chase.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay, you like a fantasy action adventure then. We could do a fantasy movie. We could do an animated
Mm.
fantasy movie. Feel good action adventure. Maybe what movie did we already do with this? Oh, Texas Royale. I was like, we did an action adventure one, didn't we?
Oh yeah, Texas Royale. We did a few of them, didn't we?
Yeah. Agatha and the Mystery of the Blood Diamond.
But that wasn't the same series, was it?
No,
Yeah.
no. Can't
What
remember
was
the
it?
other
Oh, it was a
action
scavenger
adventure.
hunt.
Oh
Scavenger
yeah.
hunt was action adventure, and then one that just nobody liked. Can't remember what it was. Probably No Stress. No Stress was chill, and people
Was
liked it.
War Dome in there? No.
No, Warzone was not.
Hmm.
Warzone poster coming soon. Echo Park, 2/14/24.
What?
I already told people earlier that you would be at Echo Park 2/14/24 to sell and sign posters. So
Oh.
you got to make sure you do that.
So you want me to just go to Echo Park on Valentine's Day and sell posters?
Yeah,
Are you coming out to help?
I'll do it. I'll do it via FaceTime. I would like just you'll be on FaceTime next to you.
How are we gonna handle multiple customers at once? We're gonna be people
I
are gonna
could
be going crazy.
we can get Swipe or Venmo going. It's
Mm.
true. But probably the rom-com posters would sell like hotcakes, so we gotta get those. Drink Miss, um,
I got it.
Barney
I
Stone.
got it. I got an idea.
Okay,
There is a village in rural Europe
Black Forest,
that
Germany.
this guy's family used to live in, and like a really nice kind of like old castle and stuff. But it's on top of a hill
Mhm.
in the middle of nowhere in
And
a
the
forest,
vistas are beautiful.
and they have to go, and they want to just he just wants to go there. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
maybe his
But the
dad wants to see it
house,
before he retires, or maybe it's his mom who wants to see it before she's
his
too
dad,
old.
his dad passed. He left him the house. But in order
I
to
was thinking more
claim
like
the house,
ancient house.
no, I know, ancient house, and his
Okay,
dad had it. But in order to claim the house, he has to go through his family tradition, and that's surviving the house because it's booby trapped. There's scavenger hunts in there. He's got to find
who's doing a
things.
scavenger? Who's setting, keeping the booby? That's the funniest thing about action adventure when they go into a 2,000-year-old tomb that still has booby traps. It's like, how come that's still operational? I don't think so.
There's blow darts. This guy could be killed. His father is setting him up to die. But if he passes, he gets the house and all the riches of the family.
I thought we were doing a feel good action adventure where death isn't really like a stake. And I thought more
Whatever.
of the adventure would be like going through Bavaria and like having to climb mountains and not like a house that's literally trying to kill it. Is that what you're gonna get a murder house?
Set up
So
by
it's
his
like the
father.
Madam, but instead of Chicago World's Fair, it's the middle of a forest. You could call it a cabin in the woods. Oh, wasn't that a murder house? Yes, it was. Full of booby traps and yeah. They already did that movie.
We've done a lot of movie, folks. All
I
right.
mean, you don't like my like adventure into the wilderness idea. It doesn't have to be his family home. Maybe he's an archaeologist who wants to,
All right. What about if we?
discover
What about if
where
we
the
marry
sky.
these ideas? What do we marry these ideas? It's more action adventure, a little bit more lighthearted. We still have the father bequeathing something to him if he passes a series of tests, but the series of tests are things designed to make him understand his family more and have a more appreciation for what his family has brought to the world already.
So it's kind of like Hercules in his trials. It's like,
Sure, but they're not like super like
well, you know how
no
he had to
one's
clean out
gonna
like
die.
he had to clean out a stable and he had to like kill a lion.
Well, the lion part is the danger part, so.
Well, it could be like, go get the sheep from the field,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Mm-hmm.
could be traveling, back into Europe, and it's like you gotta get some spindle, some wool. I don't know. Well, where are you going with this? You got any ideas other than what are these tasks that he would have to accomplish? Could I
Well,
get
maybe
you some shepherding?
maybe he's got to work the land. He's got a shepherd. Maybe his father and all of them have worked the house and the land, and even though they're rich enough to hire servants or whatnot, they've always done, salt to the earth type of people, helping out the community, working their own land. And this son grew up in a modern tech age. He's never done a hard day's work in his life. He always hated it. Okay. He wants to
This whole
automate.
never done a who's never done a hard day's work. I want to meet the person who's never done a hard day's work in their
Meet
life.
some rich fucking kids, okay? And you'll find it somebody who's never done a hard day's work in their
They
life.
don't even have to take the trash out or like clean the
No,
gutters. Come on.
that's what I'm saying. And this is his dad's last chance to try to make sure his son grows up into be a good person because he saw him. He grew up with
Okay, where's the
servants,
action? Where's the
people.
adventure?
The action adventure is the task he has to complete. Working land. A sheep runs off. He's got to
Oh
go
my
find the
god.
sheep in the
Hey guys,
mountain.
did you see that action movie where the guy was herding sheep?
You're
What
the
are
one
you
who wanted to
talking
do
about?
this. You're the one who wanted to
Okay.
do this.
Okay, not saying it's a good idea though. I'm just saying we claim we were doing action and adventure, and then the most action we have so far
Herding
is
sheep.
herding sheep.
He's got to go
That's
after
all I'm
sheep.
saying.
It's got fine. I wanted to do Murder House, and you didn't want to do that.
That's like horror. I want to go on a quest, a journey. Something's hidden. I don't necessarily have to be a treasure, but maybe it's a search for Atlantis, but it's like not
No.
Atlantis.
Fine. He's got to find his dad's fucking will or something that gives him shit. And it's through a series of scavenger
No,
hunts.
if you're
He's
not
got to
happy about it, I don't want to be. I don't want
what?
to be doing this movie idea
He's got to
because this is the
dive
movie idea
depths
that
into
people are
the
gonna love, and you're
deepest
gonna be
sea.
forced to write a
Gonna
script.
spelunk into something, and then some creatures that are non-existent supernatural creatures come out after him and start chasing him, and then he works through it, finds some love of his life, shepherd girl from the local village who
The
turns out to be
Mysteryland Village.
the Mysteryland village.
What is this like journey? First of all,
Turns out to
your
be
voice is gonna
a
be so monotone that they're going
sorceress
to
in
claim
disguise.
it as background noise and mute it. Let's get a little life in here. Did you
No,
know what you said kind of was sounded fun, but you didn't say it in a fun way?
yeah, that's how you make me feel. You know what? I wanted to do Murder House, and you said no.
Oh my gosh, it is not horror. You have to wait 9 months. And then we're back to horror, 8 months, whatever. Because now it's gonna be the second soon. So 8 months. And then you can do all the horror you want. But right now, no murder house. But I do like the splunking and going on an event and finding these creatures that were not supposed to exist. Like it's Journey to the Center of the Earth type as, you know.
All right, why is he going there? There's no dad, there's no house, there's no death, there's no will. What's he doing?
I mean, it could be a treasure hunter who's in it for nefarious reasons and then meet someone who turns him around.
And he finds the sword to start creating zombies. And then he starts creating a bunch of zombie armies. And
It's the
then a nuclear
prequel to
bomb drops
Zombie Lord.
out.
Is Zombie Lord 2
No,
the
zombie
forging? The forging. It is
forging,
about the forging of the
where he
zombie.
has to kill the woman he loves who turns into the zombie sword.
Didn't we
No
already
way.
say that? Like that's how it happened.
I don't think so. The zombie
Or was
sword
that
was just a thing. It was just there. It
wasn't
was
that
a
in
mystical
Scorpion?
artifact that had
Was it Mummy or something? You had to kill the person you love to like that's been in something where you have to
Game of Thrones. Forged the
was it?
sword through the heart of his
Yeah.
love or whatever.
It was the only way to temper the sword
Prince
was to
Azora Zor or whatever the fuck his
yeah.
name is, who turned out to apparently be Arya or something. I don't know. Fucking who gives a shit?
I don't know. The book hasn't come out.
Book's
I'm not
never
going by
coming
the
out.
TV show.
It's never coming out.
I have hope, Saki. All right, let's come up with an action adventure because right now we don't have anything. We just have an angry Zach.
All right, we got a local archaeologist who's fallen on hard times. And
I'm assuming
he's
most archaeologists are hard things.
his grant funding is going to get pulled from the University of Wisconsin, Madison. And if he doesn't find something to publish, he's out of a job. And this is the only job he's ever known. And he gets a hot tip about a cave in Black Forest, Germany. So he heads over there with the last bit of his money he's got left. And he's going down this cave. He hires a guide from the village, local, nice little young lady. Speaks only German. He has no idea what she's saying. But they start going into this cave. And then they dig a little bit too deep. And he falls through a portal. He's in a portal. New land. This lady can somehow now speak English to him. But then there's creatures. There's dinosaurs. There's other people who look kind of like him, but a little different because they're cave dwellers. Remember, Devin, the bones are their money. The money are their bones. And now he's in
Is
this
that from
world.
something? What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah, it is. Don't
What?
worry.
No, it is because we can't just steal ideas. If I have no idea what it's from,
No,
I'm like, okay, so
the only thing I said that was from something was the bones are their money, the money are their bones, and that's from I think you should leave. It's a sketch. It's very
okay.
funny.
But also, I mean, that is very Land of the Lost or
They're all like that, Devin.
yeah, well, we can call it a Jules Verne-esque world in the core of the earth. Is it what we're saying?
Yeah, we'll call it the journey to the center of the earth.
Oh, this is hard today. This is hard today.
You know, they're not all winners, folks. They're not all winners.
Okay,
Last week was Tokyo.
I have an idea.
I know. Now I hate it.
It's this guy and this girl go to the Black Forest and they find a cave and the portal takes them back 500 years to like
Black Forest, Germany.
first
500 years
Germany
before.
with the like whoever ran Germany.
Well, it's not Germany anymore, so I think that's the Prussian area. So they'll be in No, I don't think Prussia exists yet.
Well, what
They're
about the
in a
Germanic
tiny
tribes?
kingdom
Like
in the
maybe we could go back that far.
Holy Roman Empire.
But it could
And
like
if
if you did, you know, um
you go back 1,000 years, it's
yeah,
still the
like
Holy Roman
history of
Empire.
Germany.
You're gonna need to go back about 1,500 years, right after the fall of the Western Rome. You got marauding Saxons, Visigoths, Ostrogoths coming down from Germany. Do that.
The German Empire was like with the Holy Roman Empire.
Yes. All right. Put aside time period for right now. Why are they back in time?
I don't know. I just
Ugh.
put him. I just was like, instead of going to the Middle Earth, let's just send them back in time. and then they have to find their way back. But when they're there, they realize that they can right a horrible wrong from the past. And
That takes way too much fucking research. Let's do something really chill instead. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a heist movie. All right.
uh,
Oh god, this is hard. This is hard today. All right, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Here we go.
what if
Get
it
comfy.
was after World War II? There was a group of people who were designated, and they're not, the Knights Templar or something, but they saved some. What was that golden room that went missing? Right, everything was
Golden
gold.
Room?
Yeah, there's a whole
City of
entire.
El Dorado?
No, it was a room made of all gold that went missing,
No idea.
or the Amber Room, right? I think the Amber Room is missing, and they have a hunch on how to find the Amber Room, and it takes them throughout Europe. Chamber decorated in amber panels, backed with gold leaf and mirrors, located in the Catherine Palace near St. Petersburg. Considered an eighth wonder of the world. It was shortly after the German invasion. They disassembled it and removed it. However, over the years, amber had dried out and became brittle, making it impossible to move the room without amber crumbling, therefore hidden behind mundane wallpaper and tough to keep German forces from receiving it. But it failed. They disassembled it in 36 hours, and disappearance and mystery. After the war, the amber room was never seen in public again. But there's been occasional resurfacings. A piece of it survived the war. So that's a mystery, a real life mystery about the Amber Room.
Okay.
And it could be a Russian woman. Um, we just gotta the people of Russia and America gotta just be friends, Put governments aside. People are people. So this is a tale about how no matter what world you can come from, you can understand the importance of history and preserving that history for the
Making
people.
money off of it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's gonna be the thing. She's gonna be like, we need to sell it to the highest bidder, and he's like, what? And she's like, I knew. Or he says it. There's got to be a twist of fates here. What do you think? Any
We got
thoughts?
Russian woman, American man. And they're traveling throughout Europe to find the Amber Room, which was lost at the end of World War II. Why do they want to find it? For one, let's give it to the people. She's watched National Treasure. She loves Nicholas Benjamin Gates Cage. And she's all about giving things to the people. The American is a capitalist pig. And he just wants to sell it. But she doesn't know that because they're lovers. They're banging each other throughout the whole time. And then things get in their way. Other Russians are shooting at them because they see the Americans and they see him for what he is. Fucking capitalist. And they're trying to kill him. She's like, don't kill this guy. He's pretty chill. Don't worry about it. But then he just betrays her immediately when they find it. And he pushes her out a helicopter. But she has a parachute on. She parachutes down into the Siberian winter in there into one of the gulags that are apparently still running because nobody really checks over there. And then what she's got to do is she's got to fight her way out, get to America, and get the Amber Room back. And it's
So
called
she's a
From
hero.
Russia with Love.
Dude, we could have used that fucking take until you did this stupid shit. God damn it, Zachary.
You could just cut out the end.
Did that happen From Russia with Love? Now you got me thinking if you just stole the plot.
I've never seen From Russia with Love. So I
Jesus
don't think
Christ,
so.
you're going on a ramble. I'm like, I don't know where he's going with this. I don't know how he's going to get out of this. And then you landed it.
Landed it.
And then you self-destructed. You were safely on the ground and then hit the button that said self-destruct. and called it
Just
From Russia with Love,
just
which
take
is a
out that
great
part.
name, by the way.
I need you to vamp because I'm gonna look up From Russia with Love plot just to make sure I didn't actually steal that.
Well, I mean, does the American Trader
Oh no,
like?
it's a fucking James Bond movie. We're good.
Yeah, obviously it's a James
It's not
Bond
about the
movie.
We're fine.
Okay, but like, so the American's the bad guy,
Yeah, of course.
but he doesn't redeem himself for love. Like she doesn't like.
No.
I feel like he's going to be the bad guy. He's going to give the thing, and then he has a change of heart, and they now work together to steal it from the people he sold it to.
That's a long movie because he's gonna
It doesn't
betray
have to
her.
be.
We get the Siberian scene where she's got to get out of it.
We hold on about the Siberian scene because you just didn't like brainstorm this. You just went into a 3 minute
That's
ramble.
cool. She gets
I'm not
pushed
saying
out of
it's
a
not cool,
helicopter,
but
lands
like
in a gulag, is now in a gulag, has to break out, get to America to stop the sale. That's fucking dynamite
you're
cinema.
also being like, okay, she's in the middle of nowhere. She gets out supposedly in the middle of nowhere, then has to travel for weeks without transportation through
Why
the
does she not
middle
have
of nowhere.
transportation?
So she gets out of the gulag, and they're like, all right,
The
you got
gulags
out. Here's
have
your car.
planes, Devin. The gulags have planes.
You didn't say she escaped from that. You said she fought her way out. You didn't say she flew her way out. So now she's trekking through Siberia for 500 miles. She's going to be frostbit before she can get to America. What are you talking about? And
She
now if
flies
she
her
goes
way
to
out of
St.
the gulag.
Petersburg, she's just good to go and travel? She was just in a gulag. She escaped from a gulag.
They never got her real name. It's kind.
Listen,
That's great
it's
cinema, and you
I
know it.
like
It's
it, but
great cinema, and you know
we
it.
gotta rein it in. You can't just be like she's in a gulag for absolutely no reason.
Because she falls into it.
She falls into a gulag. You think it's just
She got pushed out of a helicopter.
what do you think gulags are just pits?
Are they not?
This is not Call of Duty. That is not what it actually is. A prison that they call a gulag.
I thought it was like just a pit in the ground.
No, this is
It's a
not
prison.
Bane fucking Batman, bro.
Okay.
They
See,
have roofs.
that was the disconnect.
Yeah.
That was the disconnect. Okay.
Like there's probably a fence around it, but
Yeah.
not just a fucking pit in the middle of the Siberian desert that's exposed to the elements.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like she still could get into the gulag, but she never gets caught. So she has to sneak her way and then steal a plane. So it's not like a long sequence, but it is a
Well,
very
maybe they have to
tense
talk to
sequence.
someone to get this information, but that person is in the gulag. So they have to sneak their way in and out of the gulag.
But he betrays her before they get out, and she has to stay. There's got
How
to
does
be a
that feel
betrayal
good? How does that feel good?
because it's gonna
The
feel good
betrayal
when
is that no, this
she
is I'm
gets
talking
out.
about. Okay, this is the start. We learn about the Amber Room. He
Yeah.
finds this person. They're both on the search for the Amber Room. They team up together. They find this person in the gulag. They find the Amber Room. It's real. Oh my gosh. The stories are believable. They're starting to fall in love along the way. He sets up a deal where he's going to sell it to someone. That's the betrayal. He sets it up the second they found it. He hits his phone, found, set the date, set wire the money. It's a done deal. This is before they truly fell in love. They spend a night in the Amber Room and they just fall in love. They dance. And we have flashbacks to St. Petersburg when the Amber Room was in its full glory. And it's mirroring what they're doing, right? After this tryst, he wakes up and he's like, I got a confession. Boom. I hired it. She runs away. I'm out of here. I gotta save I don't know how they pile it up or something. But or maybe they help pile it up and then he's saying, oh, okay, well, I'm taking it with you. I'm leaving you here. And she's like, what are you doing?
They
And
just have
then
they just have a spare 18-wheeler, so they can just throw it back in the back. It's a fucking room, right, Devin?
well, I feel like it's in an oligarch's house. Like, where do you think it is? I think it's in some random oligarch's house.
Yeah. And where's this oligarch?
They gotta kill him.
Okay.
He said our national treasure didn't kill people. These people are killing people.
I mean, he's like a bad oligarch, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. He has like women like chained up or something, like we'll make
But
it
maybe they
very.
don't kill him. They just do a prison break, and those people kill the oligarch.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
That's better. That's better.
But he has like a tank or something, and they like
Blow him
fucking
up with a tank.
no. Well, I was to say they put all the amber in the tank, and then they like you know fight the people who come to buy it through the tank, and they fight their way out in a tank.
And somehow this is more concise and believable than my betrayal, gulag, trekking
They're
to
still going to the
America,
gulag.
stopping it.
Yeah, because they're not trekking to America. There's no 18-hour flight in between. The oligarch has the tank. So they take it from his house, they
Okay,
put it
but
in
think
the
about
tank.
this. Think about this. Think about this. Let's go back to mine for a second.
I'm saying we
It's,
incorporate both of them.
she
They
gets
had to
betrayed.
find information from the guy at the gulag.
Exactly. But she gets betrayed and she's staying there because he's like, I'm going to go make this sale. It was nice knowing you. But then they're piling the amber onto this huge plane. Okay. And what she's got to do, she broke out and she's on the tarmac, but it's like miles away. She can see them. And she
How'd
gets
she know where to
into
go?
a 1964 GT Cruiser. And she is just revving up. And she's blasting down the runway in a Fast and the Furious a la type sequence.
How did
And
she
she
know where
can
to go?
fly into the plane from the GT Cruiser. Think about that.
But like,
She
where's the
found out some
love
information.
story?
The love story is that they fell in love before. He betrayed her. And then when she sees her again and he realizes that these people who he sold it to are gonna kill her, he jumps in front of the bullet and he dies for his love.
No, this is awful. No, I don't want to make. Come on, you know that we always leave room for a sequel. That is an Architects of Lore fact that we always leave room for a sequel.
Yeah, he
So,
dies. She's still alive.
so then what are we gonna do in 1984 Wonder Woman and put them back in someone else? Because they got great on-screen chemistry. You don't want to break that apart.
Listen, the actor's Chris Pine, people. We've already casted him. He's in the movie.
Pedro Pascal also has a small role. We don't know what yet, but he will be in it. No, okay. So I like where you're at, other than he betrays her and that he dies.
Death is
Um,
good,
I
but it could be
yeah, how you?
better.
I thought you were positive, Zach, this year, and now you're like, all right, our first love story movie of the year is about betrayal.
Well, I'm positive I'm getting my negativity out on script.
Okay, so I still like your idea of um the anything you had me at Fast and Furious. Like driving the car is super cool, and that could maybe be the part of how. So like the sale goes on, betrayal. They team up to get it back. She drives the car onto the thing. They're on the plane. What do? They take a tank off the plane and drop a tank. Operation Dumbo Drop style.
The ending of this movie is just a tank rolls out of this plane with all this amber in the tank. Parachutes pop up because it's falling like about 1,000 feet. And then the plane's coming around. And they're like, it's coming back for us, man. It's going to get us. And then they just wheel the tank thing around and just fire and blow this fucking huge ass plane up. And then what
Now you're
happens?
talking,
In the
bro.
background is this explosion, and then the glittering ambers across their faces, and they look into each other's eyes, and they realize they still love each other. Kiss, boom, title card.
That's where the movie starts.
No, that's where we at. But we're gonna do a thing where we do title card in the beginning, title card at the end.
Okay. Okay. But hold on. So they do survive, though, right?
Yeah, they both survive because Devin's like, people gotta survive, Zach.
Okay, and they do fall in
Except we've
love.
brutally murdered an oligarch from his ex-slaves,
Well,
probably
also, and then
sex
we
slaves.
also killed
And
another
we've killed
oligarch because he was the
several.
one who paid
Mhm.
for the American to
Those
find
are
the Amber
American
Room.
mercenaries in there.
No, I
We
was thinking
killed them.
there it was another Russian oligarch.
All right, sure, that's fine.
We don't want to kill Americans.
Well, that's the only reason you don't want the American to die.
It's about national pride, bro. Um, so we learned that he was kind of like he is an archaeologist. He did lose funding, but it wasn't using the last bit of his funding. He just took a very shady offer to follow this tip to find the Amber Room. He meets up with this woman who's also on search for the Amber Room, but she is to bring it back to the museum. And then they have to find information in a gulag. They, break in and then escape a gulag. They find it in an oligarch's home who is running uh, a sex slave business. They free
hmm
them.
hmm
They kill
hmm
the oligarch, and then they have a romantic night in the Amber Room before taking it apart and bringing it. But that's where the American betrays her, and the second oligarch shows up ready to buy. He takes the amber, gives the money. She runs off. Not good. Not a good look. Then the American realizes he messed up, and he got to go find her. But she's already gone after those people on her own. And then he meets up with her
In a
and helps her,
1964 GT Cruiser.
and they go on to, and then they roll out in a tank.
And that is the architectural architects of lore original idea, the Amber Room.
I mean, it was right there. It was right there.
It's
If
right
we weren't
there.
going to call it the Amber Room, it was dumb, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about From America with love. But it doesn't work as much.
Oh, the Amber Room.
Well, there you have it, folks. We struggled. We
We
struggled
did.
hard.
This
And
one wasn't our greatest.
there was a lot of tension.
Yeah, this one's going to
But
be a little bit hard to
but
interpret for the one sheet. So apologies
surround
there.
surrounded by great ideas, we finally came up with what? The architect's low original idea, the Amber Room. If you like that one, cool.
Let us know by emailing us at architectsoflore@gmail.com. You can hit us on Instagram at Architects of Lore. You can hit us on X at Arc of Lore, and you can follow us on YouTube and TikTok at Architects of Lore.
All right, well, moving on with feel good action adventure movies. Devin, I'm stuck. I got two in my head. They're both, I think, feel good action adventure movies. One is going to elicit some beautiful childhood memories.
Okay.
One is going to whisk your heart up a notch for high seas action adventure.
Can I guess what they are?
Sure.
The Goonies and Master and Commander.
Neither of those are correct.
Oh, I was close though, huh?
The first one, the childhood memories, I'll give you a little hint. Do 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 do
Jurassic
do
Yark.
do. Yep, Jurassic Yark.
I listened to this song so many times while working at Universal that I heard it in my sleep, like before when I close my eyes, going to bed. Do, 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 do. Oh, drove me nuts.
And then the
Drove
other
me
one,
nuts.
Devin. Let's see if you can get that one. Dun 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 dun.
Ooh, that's Pirates of the Caribbean. Easy. Ooh, those are good ones. We got Pirates and we got fucking Jurassic Park. Wow, those are some good
You
picks.
know what? I'm in the mood for some pirates. So next week's movie, folks, here on Architects of Lore is Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. We're starting off with the good one.
Yeah.
Okay? Starting off number one. Devin, thank you so much for joining me this week on this episode.
Thank you
Good to
so much,
see you.
Zach. Thank you for this poster that
Please
you gave me.
burn that poster.
You got to come out to LA and take it off this wall itself.
That will be a TikTok eventually, folks. But until then, just remember, you got a story in your head, maybe some erotic fan fiction about your favorite podcast.
Jesus, we're cousins. That would be incestual.
It doesn't have to be together.
The way you made it sound like.
Dude, you're weird right now. You're weird right now. But just do it.
Do it. Whoa, wait, no, whoa, what? I think we gotta get with the better transition. Oh man, this episode has been off the rails.
Because if it sucks, it will be traumatizing for some of us. That's what editing's for. Good night, everyone.
Bye. Check it out. Like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.